Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to World Wrestling Affliction Road to Destiny. We are kicking it off with the Light Heavyweight Championship Open. Now this is a 8-man open elimination gauntlet match. Every so often a new person will enter until we have one person left in the ring, and that person will be crowned the Light Heavyweight Champion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to apologize for the lack of uploads, but I have been really sick. My cough has been getting worse. Luckily today, as of recording this, it seems to be slowly clearing up. So hopefully I can get through this. But as of today, the upload of this, which will be, I believe, the 16th. Yes, Monday the 16th of February. We are doing, basically, we're just going to smash out one video a day from now until the 28th of February, and that'll be the last day of this season. Basically kicking it off, so there's like a week or two break before we get into Season 2 in 2K26 and just start smashing it out. So I'm looking forward to that. But for now, we focus on this. And this is the Road to Destiny PLE, ladies and gentlemen. We have an amazing card planned for you. But our main event of the evening is the Road to Destiny match, where the winner will go on to main event Wrestle Empire for the World Championship, and we will know exactly who that person will be facing in the semi-main event, where the ladder match between the technically former world champion in Luther Ramon, who never lost his title. He was forced to vacate it because Trav assaulted him. He came back and said, "Look, I was never pinned for this. You're a paper champion until you beat me." So, Castro Lazara versus Luther Ramon in a ladder match. The titles held above the ring. The former world championship, Castro's custom-made world championship, held above the ring. The winner will be crowned world champion and will go on to main event Wrestle Empire against the winner of the Road to Destiny match. Now that is going to be one hell of a semi-main event, and I have a feeling that our main event is going to be even more so. Very interesting. But we focus right now on this match right here, opening it up the show with this light heavyweight open. Now, our light heavyweight champion in Angelo Epps basically came out to our general manager and said, "Look, I won this title through means that weren't an official match." You know, he won the title from the War Games match, and he doesn't have an opponent because, well, we haven't seen the former light heavyweight champion Jeremiah Stone since being turned on by Parabellum and excommunicado from the group. So no one was there to challenge him. So he's like, "Look, I don't care if I lose it, but I want to put the title on the line against some people who deserve this title shot." I mean, if you think about it, this title has only been defended between Jeremiah Stone and Angelo Epps this entire season. No one has even had an opportunity to challenge for this title. So this is Angelo Epps giving back to the company, saying, "Look, choose 7 superstars. I'll defend against all of them. If I lose the title, then I wasn't meant to have it in the first place." But that being said, I believe we have all 8 superstars in this match now. I'm trying to count, but there's so much chaos going on. Yes, we have all 8 superstars in the ring now. Let me try to round them up. From Bushido, we have both the Falcon and Jet Kobayashi. we have representing Los Luchadores and the Family Michaels in Riley Perkins. Oh, sorry, also for Bushido, we have Two Fly Stormzy. Representing Parabellum, we have Matthew Rex. Representing himself, we have Justice Young, who we haven't really seen too much of this season. And finally, representing the Undesirables, we have Isaiah Zank. And then obviously our champion representing Next Gen, we have Angelo X. And this is Chaos. As I said, this is an elimination match. You know, everyone fights until there's one man left, and that man walks out with our championship. I mean, if you think about it, possibly Angelo Epps could be the first one eliminated, and we would have a guaranteed world champion there. There you see Bushido member Falcon trying to take out his own tag team partner, Jet Kobayashi. Now, Bushido have always fought with a warrior's idea in mind that I'm going to fight you. We may be teammates, but if you're standing in my way, I'm going to fight you. And it's very much shown. You see Matthew Rex standing on the, or I was going to say standing on the outside of the ring, letting the chaos unfold. Oh, big super kick. Goes for the cover. Could this be it? One! And only a one count. This is just chaos across the ring. Bodies strewn across the floor in this 8-man match. People have been trying to go... Wait! Angelo Epps just tapped. We have a new champion, ladies and gentlemen. One of these 7 men in this ring right now will be crowned the new light heavyweight champion. Well, Angelo Epps came in saying, look, if I don't win this match, I am not deserving of the title. And surely enough, that's what's happened. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Now you got to think, what's going on in the mind of Matthew Rex with this whole, like, failure or fear of failure getting into the heads of Parabellum. Like, anything could go for these. Oh, big pile driver to Riley Perkins there. You know, like, Trav, even though not being here, since being on the injured list, after kicking Jeremiah Stone out, the fear of failure has been put in their heads. If you fail, you're eliminated from the company, or from the group. It's just like, it's got to mess with their heads, you got to think. And here we go for cover 2. And was that a 3 count? I don't know. I think it was only a 2. And here we go for cover 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And only a 2 count there. Here we go for another cover 1, 2, and only a kick out at 2. Oh, Matthew Rex just clobbered the ref there with that punch. Justice Young saving Bushido member. Oh, big punch to the face there. Goes to the cover. 1, 2. Why the ref? That was such a slow count from the ref there. Here we go to another submission move by the looks. And now, here we go for another cover. 1, and a kick out at 1. This ref had been so slow. Goes for another cover. 1, 2, 3. No. That wasn't a 3 count. Rex, sorry, with... I swear the ref counted 3, but maybe Matthew Rex lifted his shoulders at the last second. I couldn't see from the camera angle he had, so I'm just going to have to agree with the ref and say that his shoulders were off the ground there. Speaking of dodgy ref calls though, here we go for cover 1, 2, 3, no, only a 2 count. As I was saying, speaking of dodgy ref calls, we look back to the Go Home show and the Women's World title. Oh, did we see? We saw a tap, I think. I think the Falcon tap there. Goes for a cover now. I will talk about what I'm trying to talk about soon. But for now, we have to focus on eliminations. And I think Two Fly Stormzy just eliminated both of his team members from Bushido in short succession. They see Jet Kobayashi and the Falcon leaving. Now, I know that they said that Bushido, you know, have that fighting spirit of, if you're in my way, teammate or not, I'm going to take you down. But taking both of your teammates down in one fell swoop, oh my god, Riley Perkins just yeeted that sledgehammer across the arena, hitting Matthew Rex out now. Oh, Storm Clash. Okay, now I can finally, now that the chaos is finally settled, I can talk about this. Our #1 contendership match for the Women's World Championship between Emma Quinn and Whitney Ranger ended in a controversial finish. Oh, here we go with the cover. 1, 2. Only a kick out of 2. We did have a controversial finish where the ref made a pinfall despite Whitney Ranger 100% grasping that bottom rope, making it a rope break, but the ref still counted 3. Our general manager has made it. So both women will get the #1 contendership. In the second episode of Road to Destiny, the Women's World Championship will be defended in a triple threat 3-way dance. So you have to pin both of your opponents to win. So that's something to look forward to in part 2, along with the ladder match, along with the Road to Destiny match itself. But also in this half, we're not to mention our main event for this first half is the Women's Intercontinental Championship match between Rose Hamilton and Hannah O'Grady in Underground Rules. And here we go for cover 1, 2, 3, and Two Fly Stormzy is eliminated. We are down to 4. One of these 4 men. Wait, no, that wasn't Two Fly Stormzy at all. That was Matthew Rex. Matthew Rex from Parabellum is eliminated. I apologize for the wrong call there. I just saw the pink and assumed. So we are down to, I correct myself, Two Fly Stormzy, Riley Perkins, Isaiah Zank, and Justice Young. One of these 4 men will walk out of Road to Destiny as the new light heavyweight champion. It'll be the first light heavyweight champion that isn't Jeremiah Stone or Angela Epps to hold the title this season, starting a whole new legacy for themselves. Now, who will walk out with the title? That is a question that we are answering right now in this match. Two Fly Stormzy stalking Justice Young, hitting him into the corner, throwing him down to the ground. Oh, here we go. Storm Clash. and goes to the cover. 1, 2, 3. Justice Young is eliminated. We are down to 3. It is between Two Fly Stormzy, Riley Perkins, and Isaiah Zank. Isaiah Zank throwing Two Fly Stormzy across the ring now. Now, one of these three will walk out as champion. Will we see a submit? No, it's only a rope break. Sister Abigail, or Riley Perkins, going for the cover himself. 1, 2, 3, and Riley Perkins did not earn that pinfall. The Sister Abigail is what kept him down, but Isaiah Zank decided to stand away so that he could catch Riley Perkins out. Riley Perkins crawling to the corner, sorry. We will see a new light heavyweight champion. Will it be Isaiah Zank? Will it be Riley Perkins? We find out right now here in this match. As we come to the close of the first match in the Road to Destiny PLE. And now we go for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And we have a new light heavyweight champion, ladies and gentlemen. And it is Isaiah Zank of the Undesirables. Well, that was one chaotic. And I mean, we saw just brutality non-stop. I mean, there was blood, sweat, and tears spilt in this match. And I mean, the Two Fly Stormzy turning on both his Bushido members was interesting. I mean, I know they come into these matches with a thought process of, look, if you get in my way, I'm going to beat you. But he pinned, and then he submitted the Falcon, and then pinned Jet Kobayashi, like, within a minute of each other. It's like he wanted to get them out of the match, and I don't know why. But, nevertheless, he didn't make it. He made it to the top 4, but he did not make it to the top 3. Actually, I apologize. He did make it to the top 3. He didn't make it to the top 2. Because with that Styles Clash, eliminating Justice Young put him in the top 3. But then, after the Sister Abigail from Isaiah Zank, Riley Perkins stole the pin from Isaiah Zank. But it didn't matter in the long run because Isaiah Zank walks out with the light heavyweight championship in tow. Now you see the Styles Clash that I was talking about that put Justice Young away. And then Isaiah Zank putting Riley Perkins away for the 3 count to win the championship.
Here is your winner, and new
Congratulations to Isaiah Zank for winning the light heavyweight championship. The first light heavyweight champion other than Jeremiah Stone and Angelo Epps. But now we move on to the next match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Intercontinental.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Men's Intercontinental Championship Open Challenge. Who will accept Andre Salas's Open Challenge? Wait a second. We know this music. Whoa, my God! Jeremiah Stone is back, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremiah Stone coming in with a new swagger, a new look. Arabellum turned their backs on him, made him the fall guy for their failure at War Games, And he is back, and he is looking to claim Intercontinental Gold and take it away from Parabellum's grasp. The fans getting right behind him here. They saw the injustice of Parabellum turning on him. And for the second time only in his career, the fans are behind him. The last time is when he turned on his tag team partner, Angelo Epps. But this is going to be a match for the ages, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jeremiah Stone's chance to get revenge against Parabellum. But his obstacle is this man right here, Andre Salas. The man who has just dominantly owned the Intercontinental Champion scene since winning that title. Now, I mean, this man's whole career path started with, well, this season, I should say, started with him having a match against Marco Gates, who was the Intercontinental Champion at the time. Parabellum interrupted, and he was like, look, I'm not part of Parabellum, I promise you. And then he turned on Marco Gates, becoming part of Parabellum, then went on to the next PLE to beat him for that Intercontinental Championship, and he has held a death grasp on the Intercontinental Championship for the longest time.
Introducing the challenger from New York, weighing in at 220.
And now, I mean, Parabellum have very much lost their huge grasp, but they held just dominance over World Wrestling Affliction's title scenes. I mean, I know I say it all the time, but they held 5 of the 7 championships that exist in this company at one stage. Now they only hold 2. They hold the Intercontinental Championship that Andre Salas has to defend against a former Parabellum member right here. And they hold the Women's World Championship that will be defended next episode. And you just have to think, like, that fear of failure that I was mentioning last episode, Matthew Rex just failed to win the Light Heavyweight Championship back for Parabellum. You know, Andre Salas and Kitty Hagen possibly have that fear of failure in their heads while defending their titles here tonight. And then we have to mention the Road to Destiny PLE, where every superstar, whether they're in a match or not, as long as they don't hold a major world championship, i.e. Castro, they will basically be in this match. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, Parabellum, all of their members will be in the match. So, I mean, they have to prove to Trav that they're not failures. And that's going to be going through the head of Andre Salas right now. Like, what happens if I lose this match? What happens if I lose this title? To Jeremiah Stone, of all people. The man that we excommunicated from the group for failing. If he's a failure and I lose to him, what will Trav think of me? And that is what's going through the head of Andre Salas here in this match. Meanwhile, on the other side, in Jeremiah Stone's head, he wants to go through and make a name for himself, come back from being excommunicated from Parabellum. And, you know, take a title away from their grasp in the same light. I mean, he left Parabellum losing the Light Heavyweight Championship from no fault of his own. He wasn't even the one that got pinned. Matoto Lee was the one that got pinned. But they still made him the fall guy for the failure. So he wants to come in and show that he's not the failure of the group. And surely he's here to take that title away. And Salas has basically been dominating Jeremiah Stone for the most part of this match. And I mean, just showing the dominant force that he has been and always has been while being part of Parabellum. Since winning that Intercontinental Championship, Andre Salas has been undefeated here in this company. He has yet to lose a match, whether it be a non-title match, whether it be a title match. He is undefeated. And that is a big task for Jeremiah Stone to take down. Now, you're coming into this match with the thought process of taking down the most undefeated person in the company while taking a title away from your former faction that turned on you. It's not an easy task, but it's one that I believe Jeremiah Stone could stand up for. I mean, these guys trained together. Jeremiah Stone obviously isn't dumb. He would have studied his faction members, knowing that factions wouldn't last forever, as he learned from himself turning on Angelo Epps and forming the Millionaires Club, which eventually became Parabellum. So you would think in his mind, and obviously probably in everyone's mind in Parabellum, you would, even though your teammates, you would study their moves. You would learn their ins and outs of how they wrestle. So if it came to the fact that you had to wrestle them, you would know how to beat them. Jeremiah Stone's starting to get fired up now. The crowd very much behind him. Something that we've never heard in multiple years is the crowd getting behind Jeremiah Stone. But Andre Salas fighting back now. Going to the top rope. Oh, double axe handle off the top rope. And Jeremiah Stone fighting back. Big pedigree to the outside. Now, championship advantage is at play here, ladies and gentlemen. Andre Salas could potentially go for a full, count-out victory to remain champion here. And Andre Salas talking down to Jeremiah Stone now. We're at 7. We're at 8. These two need to get inside the ring. And Salas is in the ring. Stone's in the ring. We are back. And Stone getting fired up. The Stone Cutter goes for the pinfall. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. That is definitely not enough for the 3 count there. But it doesn't matter. Jeremiah Stone staying very much on the offensive. Andre Salas with counter. He's back in the offensive now. Big flip. Goes for the cover himself. Could this be it? 1, 2. Kick out at 2. The fans getting fired up. Salas calling him to his feet. Salas goes to the cover. Could this be it? 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Jeremiah Stone fighting back now. The fans saying fight forever. Locks in the figure 4. Jeremiah Stone kicks out of it though, but Salas very much staying on the offensive. Oh, missed the senton. Stone's getting fired up again. Third stone cutter of the match goes for the cover. Could this be it? 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Jeremiah can't believe it. I mean, this is Andre Salas. You gotta think that's not enough to keep him down. Though, Jeremiah Stone's landed a pedigree and 3 stone cutters in this match. And if that's not enough, big missile drop kick off the top rope. Oh, what's he going for? Locking in a submission now. Will we see Andre Salas tap here? We do! Oh my god! Verbal confirmation from Andre Salas. He taps. Jeremiah Stone has just beaten the undefeated Andre Salas and is walking away with the Intercontinental Championship. I am at a loss for words, ladies and gentlemen. All I have to say is congratulations to Jeremiah Stone here. That was one hell of a battle. And I mean, after 1 pedigree and 3 stone cutters, Andre Salas was still fighting. But it was that missile drop kick off the top rope that put him down for the 3 count. And the fans fully behind Jeremiah Stone this entire match. They wanted him to win. They wanted Parabellum to suffer. And that is now 2 members of Parabellum who have failed tonight. I mean, Matthew Rex has failed to win the Light Heavyweight Championship back. Andre Salas lost the Intercontinental Championship here. Jeremiah Stone happy. The fans very much behind him. Congratulations. But ladies and gentlemen, we have our main event of the evening. It is the Underground Rules match. And it is for Hannah O'Grady and Rose Hamilton's brutal feud that they've been having ever since they both debuted here in the company. Now, it came down to these two in the number 1 contendership match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship when they debuted in that 6-woman over-the-top rope battle royal. Rose Hamilton won. Hannah O'Grady interrupted the match and cost Rose Hamilton the Intercontinental Championship match. And then ever since, they've just been brawling in and out outside the arena. And with the villain Olivia Jade being out on the injured list for indefinitely, basically, we don't know when she'll be back, so we had to crown a new Intercontinental Champion, and it only seemed fitting to put it on the line between these two. Now, with the general manager making this an Underground Rules match, which basically means no ropes, these two are going to go old school with their fighting and mixed martial arts backgrounds. They're just going to brawl it out until we have a winner here. And I think that's the most fitting match that we could potentially have here between these two to crown our new Women's Intercontinental Champion. And this is the main event of part 1. But there are the rules: no counts, no pinfalls, knockout, TKO, or submission only.
The following contest is an underground match. The only ways to win are by knockout or submission. Introducing first, from Gold Coast, Australia, Hannah the Red
Hannah O'Grady, using her mixed martial arts name, The Real Deal. Is she going to prove that she's the real deal here against Rose Hamilton? Now, you think back to the matches that these guys have had, or even the brawls, Hannah O'Grady comes out on top basically every single time. Or we already got blood here in this match. Hannah O'Grady just very much going for the TKO immediately, targeting that head, already busting Rose Hamilton open. Oh, big spear from Rose Hamilton there. Rose Hamilton turning the tide of the match now. Big slam. Into a second one, just tossing O'Grady outside the ring, or around the ring, sorry, I should say. Oh, the big boot and the fights falling to the outside. Never mind, it's back in the ring. Big DDT there from Hannah O'Grady. And these two going back and forth now with these punches and chops. And this is exactly what our general manager wanted from this match. Give these two women just a platform to just brawl it out, to come together and finally get an overall winner here in this match. And Hamilton just tossing Hannah O'Grady outside the ring. She even clipped one of the guys around the ring. And now this fight coming to the outside. Now these bystanders are fans who have won the opportunity to stand around this ring. And they've been told that not to get near the action. If the fight spills to the outside, just avoid it. You know, step aside, let them have their room, let them brawl it out. And that's what they're doing. They're just allowing this to happen, just brawling it out, beating each other down. I mean, in this match, you've either got to submit your opponent or completely knock them out entirely. And I think both these women are going for the knockout opportunity. To say, look, I didn't even have to submit you. I just knocked you straight out. And that's what these two have been doing. They've just been going for the assault, beating each other down, senseless. Oh! And now O'Grady is busted open. These two both just bleeding all around the arena as they beat each other up. There you see the fans moving out of the way, allowing them to have their space to fight each other. And the blood pouring from the faces of these two. They definitely mean business when it comes to this women's championship, or just beating each other up in general. These two have hated each other since the moment they debuted. And it's showing here in this match. And oh, what a move from Hamilton. And both women are down now. But we see movement, so we know it's not a knockout. the kick to the face from Hamilton. Again, both these women just targeting the heads of their opponent, trying to take them out, trying to eliminate them. Oh, here we go, locking in a submission. Hannah O'Grady not doing so well with the knockout, going for a submission victory, and she gets it. Ladies and gentlemen, Hannah O'Grady has won the Underground Rules match and is your new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Now these two brutally brawled all around the arena for this match, trying to get that knockout. And even here you see they almost got a double knockout, but the ref saw movement and then Hannah O'Grady locking in the submission, getting the pinfall, winning the title. She is the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Congratulations to Hannah O'Grady, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. We will see you tomorrow for night 2.